This isn't like a sad story, but it's not the best. Y'all gotta understand, I come from not a religious family, which I thought would have maybe helped my case when I became Muslim. I thought that, okay, we don't come from a religion, so they won't be offended when I enter a religion. That was not the case. One thing I want everybody to know, if you're not from America, is that in America, Islam is looked at it is raining. Good thing I'm under the umbrella. Period. Anyway, it's looked at in a very negative light, and the first thing most people think about when they think of Muslims is 9/11. I feel like there's so much more to the story. Even though I've always considered myself to be an open-minded person, I grew up thinking that Islam was very closed-minded, hateful, controlling of women, and that women had no rights. I didn't know that that wasn't true until I met a Muslim online. I am going to be honest, I have not known like any Muslims in person. So that just goes to show there's not a lot of Muslims in America. I'm not saying there are none. There are big communities, especially in my area in Tampa. There's a huge Muslim community, but it's a minority for sure. With a small population, I feel like they're underrepresented in a lot of media, a lot of movies, a lot of shows. So it's easy for an American to make these assumptions because there are not Muslims everywhere you turn. When you see a Muslim in the street, you're looking at them immediately. And I feel that too now that I wear hijab. People see me and they're looking at me. And I've had like a woman in a car her husband was driving, and she was just watching me as the car went by, just staring at me. And I stared at her too, but genuinely, Muslims stand out because they're not super common everywhere. My video of me taking my shahada went viral. So I didn't really get the opportunity to tell my family in the way that I wanted to. I had a family member, like I said in my video, I had a family member show the video to my mom, and I don't have any hatred towards that person, whatever. It is what it is. I didn't really get to tell my family in the way that I wanted to, but it was comforting. So many people told me that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, waited years to tell people that he was Muslim, and that was really comforting to me. So I was like, I'm just gonna tell them when I'm ready. It could take years, and I'm willing to grow in my faith, so when I am ready to tell them, I will have all the knowledge to combat, not their ignorance, but combat their fears. No, I had to very abruptly tell my mother, and there were tears. There were a few insults. It's okay. We are at a good place now. But the initial reaction from a good amount of my family members was not good. So it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm awake. I'm always awake at 1:30 in the morning. I stay up till about 3, wake up at about 7 a.m. Yes, I am struggling mentally. Please pray for me. So 1:30 in the morning, I get a phone call from my brother. Hello? Who never calls me. It is windy, so I apologize if that's making the audio weird. This was after I had already told my family I was Muslim. I have not talked to him about it yet. I just kind of took my step back, and if people wanted to reach out to me with questions, I would let them reach out to me, but I didn't want to be like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Because I was very overwhelmed and hurt by the initial reactions I was getting from my family. I didn't want to hear what they had to say about me. So my brother reaches out to me, and he says I'm at like a party or something, and he noticed there was a group of like 2 or 3 Muslim men there, and he went up to them and talked to them and was like, my sister just converted, and I really support you guys, and I'm really sad to hear about what's happening in Palestine. And he's telling me this, and I'm on the other side of the phone looking like this. Pretend this is a phone, okay? He told me what I'm doing is beautiful, and he thinks I should continue doing it because I'm on the right path. Like, I'm sorry, what? That touched me deeply. Jared, if you're watching this, I don't know if you have TikTok, but love you, man. I love you. My dad also had a really good reaction too. Instead of calling me being like, hello, are you okay? Did you join Hamas? He actually called his uncle, who was Muslim for 8 years. I don't know if he still is, but he's an amazing man. Hold on. He talked to him before he talked to me. And his uncle told him that Islam is a beautiful religion and do not worry for her. So when I finally talked to my dad, he was like, you know what? Do what makes you happy. I support you. So that kind of pushed me further into Islam. I wasn't going to back out of it anyway, but that made me like, okay, you know what? Not everybody hates me, and no one hated me. They were just scared. I understand that. It is fine. We are good. There are still some family members I haven't spoken to. I'm genuinely afraid to do that. But I'm okay. They are okay. They're still a little confused. Hopefully not worried anymore. But yes, if you are thinking about converting or reverting, a lot of people are like, it's reverting. I know, I'm sorry. If you're thinking about it and you're worried about your family and how they're going to react, you might be valid in thinking that. But at the end of the day, you are not hurting anybody. And you need to show them with your actions that Islam is beautiful. It's peaceful. It's wonderful. It helps you become a better person, and they shouldn't be afraid, but you need to show them. You have to show them. That is your job. So anyway, this was a beautiful question. I'm going to go through the comments on that video and see what else is on there, because I said, ask me questions, and then didn't answer any of them. So that's what I think I'm going to do today. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.